channel. If you're new here, my name is Sky, and on today's video, we are going to be doing a makeover on this cedar wood dresser that my fiance and I picked up from Habitat for Humanity. We purchased this for $80, and so today we're going to be painting it and making it just like new. So we recently purchased a house, and when you purchase a house, you'll know that furniture is very, very expensive. So we wanted to do a couple of DIY projects, and our house has a bunch to do. So this is going to be the first of many little home vlogs. So if you're interested in that, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and let's get to it. Big dog status, I'm a big dog, I pull up on the block in a big Corvette. We're gonna sand down this entire thing. We got some paint to paint the drawers, and the top, the sides, and the bottom are gonna be wooden, and then this middle section here is gonna be painted. So we're gonna remove this hardware, we're gonna replace it with some black stuff that I got from Amazon, and I'll try to link that below if you want to do this yourself. But without further ado, let's get into it. This is the beautiful piece we're gonna be working on today, and we actually purchased this from our local Habitat for Humanity restore. It was 80 bucks, and they did know that it is made out of cedar wood, so that is actually why we decided on it. It has some scuff marks, so we're definitely going to need to change the hardware out, but for the vision of this piece, we decided that we wanted to keep some of that natural wood, so you'll see that a little bit later. I do have a local celebrity helping me out today with this project, and that is my husband Will. So first, let's go through what we're going to be using. I have an edge detailing brush, 220, 180, and 120 grit orbital sanders, some staining pads, some wood stain, some wood filler, some wood gloss, also some clear coat satin, and orbital sander. I'm gonna leave links for everything in the description box below, and also a link to my Amazon storefront, so if you want to shop different colors and stuff, it's gonna be very easy to find. The next step was to remove each drawer so that we can paint and sand everything individually. And while doing that, I found this necklace. It was kind of cute, but I did not end up keeping it. Anyways, we will now remove all the hardware off of the pieces. So some of them were pretty difficult to remove, so we did use a drill and then also used screwdrivers for it, and this is what the hardware looked like before. Will did have to jump in and help me with quite a few of them because it was taking me an insanely long amount of time, and it was about to rain. So next, Will sanded every single piece using the orbital sander, and because this piece was cedar wood, it smelled so freaking good. But for the sanding portion, he wanted to take off just enough so that the primer could grip onto the piece, and we didn't want to take off too much, but we did slip off. Well, I did when it was my turn to sand. But just be mindful of this if you decide to take this project on for yourself. While he was using the orbital sander, I was going in with the edge detailing brush. Because this piece had so many different grooves and nicks and knacks and stuff, I wanted to get into everything so that we wouldn't have any issues with the paint actually binding. So that's what I'm doing here. Will took his time and sanded the body of the piece, and in little circular motions, he went ahead and sanded the entire base of the dresser. I did also use the edge detailing brush to actually go over like the skeleton of the dresser itself, and then used a clean rag to just take off all of that excess dust so that we can go ahead and add the stain.
There was so much crap in the dresser, so I had the idea to go and blow out the inside with a leaf blower. So that's what Will is doing here, and you can see all the grossness coming out. I'm going to be using this mini wax stain for the top of the dresser. Just going to pry it open here with this little tool. The stain color that we decided on was Classic Oak, and we definitely did spend quite some time in Lowe's trying to figure out which stain color we wanted, and we really liked how this one came out. You can tell already by just applying it how glossy, and like can kind of already tell what the color is going to be. Moving on, so now we're going to be applying some primer to the actual dresser drawers before we add our paint. I went with this Valspar cabinet paint from Lowe's, and I'm just going to be applying it to each and every single drawer here. For this first one, I did do it a little bit too thick, but as I move on, I apply thinner and thinner layers. If I did do this project over again though, I would suggest going in with a paintbrush along the sides, but actually doing the majority of your pieces with a rolling pin, because I think it's going to come out a lot smoother. You'll see in the end, I really like how the project came out, but I think that applying it with a rolling pin would actually use some more attention to like detail and look a little better. So my home is definitely giving bohemian style decor, so I wanted to brighten some things up a bit, and I decided on this buttercream color by Dixie Belle. I did do a lot of research before starting on this project, and this seemed like a very popular paint brand, so I'm going to be leaving a link in the description box below if you are interested in this project, as well as some other colors that you may find interesting. But buttercream is pretty much like an off-white. It had some peachy undertones, and I really freaking love this color. A little bit goes a very long way with this paint, so you don't need much. I think I decided on an 8-ounce bottle, and it was just enough to do this project. Like I mentioned before, I would suggest doing a paintbrush for the sides, but a rolling pin for the middle and bigger sections of your project. But if you do want to use a brush, I would highly recommend using long strokes, because those long strokes looks a lot better than doing small short strokes. So that's only if you decide to do a paintbrush, but if I were you, I would use a rolling pin and just a paintbrush for the sides. The last step is to apply our clear coat. I got this Dixie Belle Clear Satin. It says keep out of reach, okay, but how do you use it? Use a brush to apply thin layer, reapply after 1 hour for additional protection. Alright, so I think I figured it out. You'll just apply a thin layer of this satin clear coat to the project, and it did make it pretty shiny. There's different types of finishes that you can add, and we just decided on the satin, but you can also get like matte or super glossy, just depending on how exactly you want yours to look. I forgot to record a clip of me actually installing the knobs, but I'm going to leave links to everything in the description box below. These are black knobs from Amazon that I decided on, but this is what the dresser looked like when we first started the project, and you're going to see in a second how it ended up looking when it was finished. I totally love the color. I love how it came out. I think the buttercream was absolutely amazing, and I have some ideas of how I can improve it, so next time I'll use a rolling pin and spend more time on wood filler. But I think for the next video, I'm going to see if I can actually flip one my marketplace. So definitely like and subscribe if you want to see that, and I cannot wait to see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to leave me a comment and let me know if you enjoyed this project or if you recently did a project yourself and how it came out. I'd love to hear from you guys. Thank you so much.